Yo, what is going on, you guys? So today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down the 5 best LeBron James sports card investments to make right now before he retires. If you guys are familiar with the channel, I've talked about this theory quite a lot, where a lot of players' prices bottom out and pose to be great long-term opportunities right before they retire, or the couple years before they retire, and they are on the decline. And a lot of times their teams are not quite competing for championships like they were before. And I think LeBron mainly fits in that boat. Of course, you could say the Lakers are playing pretty well, but I would overall say that LeBron is, I wouldn't say declining, but he is not quite at his peak. And I think we saw this happen with a lot of other players like Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Steve Nash, all these all-time greats. We saw it recently with Carmelo Anthony. Towards the end of their careers is always such a great long-term opportunity, because after they retire is usually when we start to see their prices gradually increase over time. So I believe LeBron's currently positioned to see some great long-term opportunities, and I'm going to be breaking down where I see those opportunities. So without further ado, I'll hop right into the video. So the first cards that are going to be on our list are LeBron James's early year Cavalier autographs. Now, if you guys know anything about the LeBron auto market, you guys know that he signed an exclusive deal for a number of years. Right now, of course, he's only signing for tops. But there's a lot of years throughout his playing career where he was not signing any autographs. So we can see that most of the autographs you're going to see for him on the market that are pro uniform are going to be between 2003, his rookie year, and 2008. After 2008, he really was not signing much at all. There are hardly any cards out there. And that has kind of led to, I believe, quite a lot of scarcity in LeBron James's autograph market. And his floor for his autographs is fairly low compared to other all-time greats. You can find a lot of his pro uniform autographs for under $2,000. I believe this poses to be a really great long-term opportunity in his cards if you're able to get high-grade early year LeBron Cavalier uniform autographs for under $3,000. I just think this is a play that's really going to play out over time, because there are not many LeBron playing year autographs. And I think in the long term, if we look at Michael Jordan's playing time autographs, even his post-retirement autographs, you cannot really find any under that $7,000 to $8,000 price range in pro uni. So if we're talking Bulls uniform, you just cannot find a lot of his autographs under that price point. And Michael Jordan also, he's kind of in a similar boat in terms of population counts and how much he signed during his playing career and post-playing career. I think regardless of what LeBron does post-playing career, his playing career autographs are always going to hold a very steep premium. And I think the demand in the long term is going to far outweigh the supply, just because there are not many out there. You pretty much have those 5 years. You have a couple cards per year that are really important from the good years, or from the good sets. And I think overall, his autographs are positioned to have a much higher floor than they have right now. I think his autographs are a little bit undervalued because he's currently playing, and people think, their autographs are, I would say, just overall, you can come upon them more now than I think you will be able to in the future. I think a lot of this supply is going to dry up. I know a lot of people who are buying these cards to hold for the long term. And I just think a lot of these cards are going to have a much higher floor. I don't think you'll even be able to get rookie autographs for LeBron, under that $10,000 to $12,000 range. Michael Jordan never had rookie on-card autos. He never really had any of this. A lot of other greats did not have that. Kobe Bryant did not have that. And I think LeBron's is kind of like the first of that generation, and I think it's going to hold a massive premium in the long term. And I think these are cards that are going to greatly appreciate over time after LeBron retires and his greatness is set in stone. So without further ado, we're going to hop right into a card that I talk a lot about on this channel. And that is going to be LeBron's 2003 Upper Deck Rookie Exclusives. Now, this is a card that is one of his first ever cards made in a Cavaliers uniform. This is, Upper Deck was, if you guys don't know much about the history of Upper Deck, it was one of the most important sports card sets at the time. Now, this card right here in a gem mint grade can be found just above $100. This poses to be an extremely great deal, in my opinion, for the long term. This is a card that we saw in 2020 and 2021 when the sports card market boomed. This was one of LeBron James's more important cards, more important rookie cards, and they were really seeing some great numbers at its time. I think this is a card that over time you're not going to see an important LeBron James rookie card in a gem mint grade for $100. I just see this as a very, very good deal, a very good card to just hold on to for the long term. They hit around $500 in 2021. I think the upside in the long term is very great for the gem mint grades. I personally, I think that PSA 9s and PSA 8s are good grades and good investments. I just prefer the gem mint grades because the pop counts on the 9 and the 8 are a little bit high for me. I still like them. I still think they'll appreciate. But I think if you can get a PSA 10 or a BGS 9.5 of this card and just hold on it, post-retirement, you're going to, I think, see very great returns. It's a Pro Uni. It's a very solid set. It's the number one card in the set. It's, one of LeBron James' more important cards, as we saw when the influx of new buyers came in 2020 and 2021. And I think when new buyers come into the sports card market and they are looking for a reasonably priced LeBron James Pro Uni rookie card, this is probably going to be one of their options. And I think when that collector's base comes in, this is a card that's going to be targeted. It's a fairly low pop in high grades. I do like the card a lot, and I think at the price point, there's not much better you could really get. So that is why I think LeBron James's Upper Deck Rookie Exclusives is a really good deal. Now, next up on our list, we're going to focus a little bit on LeBron James's rookie autographs. I know I'm going to try to get some stuff for all price points in this video, so bear with me if these are a little bit out of your price range. Totally understand. But I think these are great investments for the long term. I briefly went over it already, but these cards are just, you don't see many rookie autographs, on card from those years. There's not many out there. They're very tough to grade. A lot of them, grade authentics, PSA 7s, PSA 8s. The high grade autos of LeBron from key sets such as SP Authentics, Upper Deck. I think these cards are going to be such great long-term investments. You don't see a Michael Jordan rookie auto on card. You don't see a Kobe Bryant rookie issued auto. LeBron's in a PSA 10, these Pop 37, SP Authentic, solid set, PSA 10, Pop 37, 10 grand, I think in the long term is going to look like a steal on these cards. I just think that it will. I think these cards are going to be cards. We saw this happen in 2021. This card literally went from a $5,000 card in 2019 all the way up to around a $40+ thousand card in 2020 and 2021. And I just think that is a small glimpse of what we will see for the long term as to where this card could potentially go. I really like overall rookie autos of LeBron on card from solid sets. If you're going for SP Authentic, Upper Deck, this, for example, Ultimate Collections rookie card, I think cards like these, super low pop, they've come down so much. Like if you just want to look at where these cards were compared to where they are now, I think they're currently at a bargain price for the long term. I really like these cards as investments. So if you get any Pro Uni 2003 LeBron rookie card from solid set, SP or Upper Deck, or of course Exquisite, I'm assuming for most people that's out of their price point. But these are like the cards that I think have super high ceilings in the long term. They may be sitting low right now, but I think in the long term, the ceiling is just super high on them. So without further ado, we're going to hop right into a more affordable card. We're going to go for his 2003 Bowman Chrome rookie card. If we look at all the attention around LeBron's Topps Chromes, you look at his Bowman Chrome rookie card, this card's a lower population, equally good eye appeal in my personal opinion. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below. But at half the price point, I think these cards are very, very solid deals. You can get a PSA 10. The pop is only 500. In the long term, one of LeBron's most important rookie cards at a fairly reasonable price point. You know, for one of LeBron's more important rookie cards, Bowman, of course, always going to hold a great premium. You know, this card is around a $2,000 card. If we look back to where it was, of course, it's not a full determiner of like, hey, this card was this much, it's going to go back to it. All I'm saying is it kind of gives you a glimpse of where these cards could get to in the peak of things. You know, if we look at this card, it was a $10,000+ card. Some sales as high as $15,000 and $20,000. You know, some as high as $25,000. Geez. But yeah, I mean, this card has come down so much. It's come back down to earth. From $25,000 back down to $2,000. I think this card in a gem mint grade for the long term is going to be one of LeBron's more important rookie cards. Solid price point to get in right now. I don't see them skyrocketing back to where they were before, but you know, you're getting it at a 90% discount. I think it's a good deal for the long term. I think if you hold on to this card, you're going to be positioned very well for the long term. So without further ado, we're going to hop right into the next card on our list. That is going to be LeBron James's 2012 Prizm rookie card. I think Prizm is setting out to be one of the most important sports card sets of all time. And I think first year Prizm, holding that premium as it does across the board, fairly low pop. You can look at PSA 10 of this, under 1,000 pop count. Pretty hard to grade. One of LeBron's most iconic cards from his Heat generation. And if you look at just like the collectability between Miami Heat fans, first year Prizm, and the current price point, I think these are positioned to do really well. It's currently at around a $300 card. You know, back during, you know, the peak of things, a lot of people were looking at this card as one of LeBron's top tier cards in terms of collectability. And I think this card in the long term will be that. I think Prizm has solidified itself as one of the best sets of all time. And I think a first year Prizm of one of the most iconic players of all time is a sure bet for the long term, in my personal opinion. I mean, you can kind of see where they got to in their, you know, peak of things. There's some sales as high as $2,000, $4,000. Overall, a lot of sales around $1,000 price point. I think this card is bound to see some higher levels, you know, than they are right now. And I personally really like the card for the long term. You know, low pop count, you can get it fairly cheap. And I just think it's going to be an important card of LeBron for the long term. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you enjoyed, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe. We are on the road to 60,000 subscribers. So it would mean a lot to me if you guys just could show some support if you are enjoying the videos. But other than that, I hope you all enjoy this video. And I'm out. Peace.